there and welcome to today's video. So we are working on part 2 of the MX-5 budget transformation, whatever the hell this project is called. So I realized in the last one it was very late when I finished. I kind of forgot what I was doing. So I'm bringing a few things back to perspective with the build of this car, because I said I was going to include the prices for you guys for all the parts. So I'm going to start off this video by going through all the prices for the parts for the car. Perfect. So, it's getting official now. I have the whiteboard out, which is the first time it's been used, as you can see, from Games Changers. So you can see the last parts list or to-do list from the MX-5 and the Corvette. So, end of this era. That's not really done that much, has it? I'm gonna flip it over and use this side and a biro pen. No one looks on the other side of the whiteboard, so we should be fine. So my budget was... This is going terribly. 2,500. So the parts that I've got all ready. So the car cost 1,000 euros. The parts on top of that, I brought a body kit. Kit was 500. Over fenders were 100. So the wheels were partly sponsored by CM wheels. So if that wasn't the case, I would have got second-hand ones. So I'm not gonna put down the price of what I actually got them for, because if I was actually doing this budget, I wouldn't have bought new wheels unless I was getting discounted. So for this purpose, I'm gonna put the wheels down for 350. Ducktail spoiler, that was 50 euros. So they are all the parts that I have so far. So let's add this up. I don't even think I need a calculator for this one. 1,000. Kit, 1,500. Over fenders, 1,600. Wheels, 350. 1,950. Ooh, we've gone to even 2,000 euros so far, which I don't think is bad. So yeah, right, let's get into the actual work of today's video. Really, I should be starting with the over fenders, because if you watched the last video, this one was given a lot of trouble. But it's first thing in the morning, so I would rather start on something where I get a bit of reward to get me going to do the rest of the stuff. So I only screwed these in, but I don't just want one of those, like these screws, they rust and everything like that. It's not the prettiest. So I have some riv nuts and some nice little, I'm not sure what they're called, socket bolts or something like that. So I'm gonna teach you all my little tips and tricks, which is about 3, and it's all on riv nuts, of how I'm going to attack this as I'm going along. Here, and what I've done many times before, is I've tightened it too much and it threads it, then you got to drill it out, and it's really annoying. So just kind of go slowly with it. Make sure it's in there, but not too much.
That's what she said.
And you should have what is a nice bolt for you to thread your skirt in. So far, so good. Could this be the dream day number 2? Will this arch be as bad as I think it's gonna be? It is gonna be as bad. This arch is absolutely awful, but I guess you just gotta go for it. Okay, if I'm gonna be completely honest now, I don't really know what I'm doing. People are probably screaming down at me, I'm probably doing the wrong thing, but I'm just dove into it and kind of going with what I think works. So essentially what I'm doing is just kind of heating it with a heat gun, not doing it too much so it bubbles or anything. I'm just kind of pressing it roughly into place. At the moment, the more screws you put in, the more tension there is. Yes, you can get that place in, but then that place bubbles out. So, I don't know, it just could be a bit of trial and error at warming up, slowly going, and hopefully it'll go into place in the end. 3 hours later, an SD card and a battery later, the arch has gone
horribly wrong.
I was gonna say, there's no way to say it, but an absolute disaster. Even Dave couldn't fix it.
And I tried to use brute force, and it didn't make it better at all.
Is it really worth the grief of doing this? And I think we melted that bit. That bit's gone now. We melted that to the car.
I think just get another over Fender. We're DIYing. Hopes and dreams. He's pure teak.
And well and truly, this Fender has taken the same amount as this whole car.
Welcome to cars. Welcome to bullshit. Welcome to fiberglass.
I'm over it.
And we're going to leave it here, folks. Absolute misery.
Okay, as you saw, it didn't end too well last night, but we're soldiering on, and this morning we're getting ready for the Drift Games Bash, which is this weekend, and more importantly, Adam is driving this.
Things have escalated. So I've driven a standard 350 with lock. I've driven a standard E46 M3 out with lock. So the next progression point is an 800 horsepower Mustang.
The BMW and 350 are around what, 250, 80 horsepower.
Yeah.
And this is
three times the horsepower, just on a lower track.
Yeah, so this is actually a genuine like 900 horsepower car.
Dave gave me some pointers, and he was like, "Don't floor it ever, because you're just spin the wheels consistently. So even if it's wet, feather it, and if it's not wet, feather it." Because we're on road tires as well, so it doesn't even like.
You're doing this on road tires. 900 horsepower on road tires is a recipe for perfection.
Because Dave had, like, the tire box have given us a stack of tires. Dave has them in the corner. He's like, "We have to burn them somehow." And I was like, "Well, I'm definitely going to burn them on this."
So you literally got standard tread pattern tires. Actually, you know what? These are 265s. I believe they're 255s. So once you burn these off, then you're losing even more grip.
But yeah, we spent the morning getting the car fixed, because the last day the car was out with Jaffest last year, Dave got eliminated from competition and went off the track, which was covered. That side of the car was covered in stones, which are taken out. Then he also decided to smash the back of the car off the wall. I'm not sure if Josh has a clip of it.
I think I actually do have a clip of this.
Yeah, absolutely wrecked the back of the car. So the hangers were off the back bumper was off its struts here, off that hanger was just completely bent.
I will say this car has been in this country for what, 7 years now-ish?
Yeah,
and no problems, no damage whatsoever. In one battle, Dave ploughed into Neil Dunn there and damaged perfectly just the door and then the quarter.
Yeah, it's on the inside as well. There we go.
Oh dear,
Yeah.
he did an absolute job on that
I
one.
tried to polish that out this morning, that didn't really work. But yeah,
You know what, you can't polish fiberglass cracks, I've realised.
Yeah, just basically tidied it up, given it a new lease of life, because it needed it over the last little while. Fresh tyres in the front, fresh tyres in the back, fuel in the back, charging the battery because someone left the lights on. We're not going to say who.
It's between me, Dave and Wayne.
Yeah.
I'm not going to admit to it, so.
Also, I went to change the wheels in the front, and there was 3 wheel studs in it, and they were all loose, so.
Possibly could have changed the wheels last time. I'm not really too sure about that one. Still, not going to take the blame.
Yeah, so, no, car's good to go, it's cleaned up.
Can I just say, so you're a little bit, you're not a small guy, but you're a bit smaller than Dave.
A little bit.
And this is just, let's go sit in the car.
Yeah, because that's where we test fitted myself into. What's in Rocky's hair. Rocky was in here helping me earlier on.
Oh dear, you don't want that.
So,
can just see your head popped over.
Because that's the thing, if there's a small child in front of the car, I absolutely won't see them. Sorry, even if a small
Hang on a
child.
second, I'm going to put the camera at your eye line.
Yeah.
And that's
So there's my airline.
that's what you can see.
Go ahead.
Stand in front, so if I'm a small child,
Yeah, gone.
can you see me?
No.
Oh, that's like a 3-foot child as well.
Yeah.
And then reach the pedals.
I have to like fully extend for the clutch. So I'm being thrown in at the deep end yet again.
I was gonna say, you really are thrown in at the deep end. Like, you weren't supposed to be going to America. Then your first track you drifted was Willow Springs, and then got along that fine, survived it. And then the first drift games bash you're attending since you've been back, you're into a 900 horsepower Mustang. At least it's left-hand drive. You got the left-hand drive.
That was actually, I was thinking about that the other day. I was like, I'm actually kind of, I feel fine because we spent 2 weeks or 3 weeks driving it, so it's fine.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. Rather you than me.
The thing is, if you actually drive your MX-5 in front of me at this height, I won't even see you, so I'm just going to drive over you.
Sorry about that. I didn't even see you there.
Oh, sorry. Right.
I'm gonna hold the door here.
Protect me.
You out. You out. You out.
But yeah, that's the big thing, the main reason for me bringing this car down, or actually bringing all the 3 cars, because the Corvette's coming down, Josh's other MX-5 is coming down, is for passenger spins. So we have these cars, literally all 3 cars have passenger seats now, and the plan is just a hot lap and just do keep as many people out on track as physically possible.
Yeah, I was gonna say, so that is the absolute plan.
Yeah.
Whether it goes to plan or not, or how long that plan lasts, I can't imagine that plan going all day. It seems like a recipe for disaster, and if we're doing it all day,
Well, I would think
the odds would say
well, I'd say those tyres are going to last about 2 laps, so we'll see,
Adam's in again.
we'll see how we go on.
Okay, so this is your stallion, and to be fair, that's ready.
Yeah, ready to leave. Oh, sure. Got the Corvette. The Corvette's up the far side.
I was gonna say, you came here this morning, you washed the Corvette, that's fine. My car, not so much. After the last day, pretty Jimmy essentially, he blew off every single splitter, side skirt. So I have skillfully stole all of Dave's leftovers. I'm gonna go over, wash the car, stick these on, and then at the end of this video, we're going to announce who has won the competition. We're gonna release 3, so we're gonna do 1 in the Corvette, 1 with Adam, and 1 with me. And you know what, Adam? There's been loads for you, loads for Dave. I would say about 3 people I have to pick through mine, because no one apparently wants to go in my car. It was just shocking seeing us going a 600 horsepower Corvette or a 300 brake MX-5.
Oh, I know which one I'm picking, and I'm picking the Mustang.
Adam, you absolute scumbag. You watched me move that.
Yeah.
And then you just stole in.
I know what I'm talking about.
Honestly. Okay, seeing as Adam has stolen that. So my car is now being aligned. The manifold has been welded up because that was cracked. And then I have, the reason why I think the manifold was breaking so much was because the engine had so much movement in it. So for MX-5 parts, they have these engine mounts. So these should stop the engine from moving around so much. They kind of said that the standard ones are kind of only good for standard power, and this has, well, 3 times the power in it, so they're not really any good for that. So hopefully Wayne should be back in a few hours and we should get these installed, and then there should be less movement in the car. What on earth why is there 2 logs in here? I honestly don't know why my car is always the last to be done, but at least mechanically it seems to be working fine. So obviously these aren't meant for this car. I guess they're just going to kind of, I'm going to see if they're going to fit. They may not fit, and we'll see how far we actually get. Actually, I was lying when I said all of them got destroyed. There is 1 left on Obviously, I couldn't find a matching one, so I'm just going to put 2 new ones on. So, side skirts on. I stole these, but I told you I was stealing them, so I'm not sure that's really stealing.
Stealing, it's recycling. You took them off my car and put them onto your car, and then I didn't really need them. So they actually look alright now, actually, to be honest.
Well, they look exactly the way that they did
I love
before.
how, what I'm looking at here in this garage, this is always the last minute panic before a bash, is that Josh's car, all he does is put more bolts and screws in it to keep everything on it, and then you have to look across at Gary Dunn's car.
Hey, wait, before you say that, check out this. Split. More screws.
And here.
Oh no, I forgot that one. No bother. No,
Not a bother on it.
not a bother.
And then you got to look at Gary's, which looks like it came out of Nissan's main factory in 1999.
Freshly mapped, cleaned, perfect.
So Gary often sits in the car for 2 or 3 days beforehand just to get the feel of it. Isn't that right, Gary?
Yeah, I need some practice here. I don't have a simulator.
This is actually a new
This is a new
This is a new
simulator.
simulator we're working on. It's a set of course up here. Look, it's actually a very early 90s version of it, but Gary sits in and then he looks at that and he understands what left and right is and where the gears are and all that. He struggles.
Look at him go, look at him go.
It's easier than sitting in the back.
So this is Gary's 1JS15. That'll be out at the bash as well, getting some alignment done by Wayne. And Wayne, watch it from a distance.
Watch him for this. Gary's doing himself there.
Oh, he made a checkpoint on the game. Also, passenger rides. Want to talk about the passenger rides?
We need to release the passenger rides.
Yes, we had loads of people wanting passenger rides this weekend. So I want to give away 3 guaranteed passenger rides though to very nice message from Mila Staines. And we're also going to give a passenger ride to our boyfriend Callum. Big Drift Games fans, wrote us up a really nice piece on YouTube, so thank you very much. And the other person we've picked is Conan Webb. So Mila Staines and our boyfriend Callum and Conan Webb, you guys can make yourself known to us on DMs or whatever tomorrow, or just turn up to the Drift Games garage at Garage 1 and we'll get you in the car. The rest of you guys are going to have to queue up. Remember, you need to bring your own helmet because of COVID and all that stuff. So bring your own helmet along and we'll try and get you into one of the cars as quick as you can. As much as we have to fix this and fix the MX-5, the 900 horsepower car, we're just putting a harness in it. That's pretty much it. And we did a bit of damage to it. I presume Adam was fixing that earlier. I'm just fitting a harness here at the minute for a passenger because the harness from this car ended up in that car, which was the harness that ended up in another car. So, long story, we're going to have some passenger rides tomorrow. So we're looking forward to tomorrow. It might be a bit wet, but I think it's still going to be worth coming down and spectating. We've got 100 cars, got the big party on Saturday night, so if you want to come hang out with us and have a few drinks and have a few chats about cars, we'll be there on Saturday night. We have our merch shop there, and so if you come down, go up to Suite 3, which is in the above the garages, and you guys will be able to grab a passenger band, which is €20, that's just for insurance to be in the car, and then we also have our merch on sale there as well, and then come down to Garage 1 and hang out with us if you want tomorrow. You're all welcome as always. So we'll see you guys at the bash this weekend. We'll be doing lots of content, lots of footage from it. I'm looking forward to going ripping with Adam and Josh, which has never happened before. I feel like there's a big crash coming. Let's see if that happens.